Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for August 17, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, 8 Muslim countries have come together to condemn Israel's rejection of President Trump's Gaza peace plan. The foreign ministers of these countries expressed disappointment and concern over Israel's decision, which they believe jeopardizes the implementation of the peace plan and undermines collective efforts to achieve a lasting peace in the region. In other news, the Federal Reserve is facing criticism for its decision to hike interest rates, with some experts warning that this move could exacerbate economic uncertainty. The rate hike aims to curb inflation, but has led to concerns about increased borrowing costs and decreased spending power. Financial experts are advising individuals to review their debt management strategies and consider investing in assets that have historically held their value against inflation. Lastly, President Trump has instructed Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to substantially reduce joint military exercises with South Korea, citing the cost of these exercises and their perceived hostility towards North Korea. This decision is likely to raise concerns among regional allies and experts, who see these drills as essential for maintaining military readiness and deterring aggression from Pyongyang. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges we face in international relations, economics, and national security. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing is clear: sustained efforts are required from all parties involved to achieve lasting resolutions. We will continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. I am Walter now. For the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Good morning, I'm Barbara, and this is your morning news report. Firstly, in the Middle East, U.S. President Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, has been engaging in diplomatic efforts to broker a peaceful resolution to the ongoing conflict in Gaza. Kushner met with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and will meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today to discuss developments in the region. Meanwhile, regional powers have issued a joint statement condemning Israel's rejection of the roadmap, saying it now bears responsibility for obstructing efforts to bring peace in Gaza. Secondly, we're following the migrant crisis unfolding in Spain's North African enclave of Ceuta, where hundreds of migrants have staged a protest demanding asylum instead of being sent back to Morocco. The migrants are living in precarious conditions, and many are determined to seek a better life in Europe, citing poor working conditions and persecution in their home countries. Lastly, we're keeping an eye on the situation in Gaza, where U.S. President Donald Trump's administration is committed to supporting a two-state solution and finding a lasting peace in the region. However, the path forward remains complex, with multiple stakeholders and competing interests at play. We will continue to monitor these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. First, Micron Technology's stock has given back approximately $30 billion in market value since its recent peak, sparking debate among investors about the company's future prospects. Despite strong financial results, concerns about the cyclical nature of the memory business have led to a sell-off. Meanwhile, the retail sector is in focus with a slew of earnings reports from major players, which will provide insights into consumer spending habits and the economy's health. In addition, Wednesday's FOMC meeting minutes will reveal the Fed's policy deliberations and views on recent economic developments and inflation trajectory. On the retirement front, we're exploring expert strategies to outsmart inflation and secure a comfortable retirement. This includes creating a well-crafted investment portfolio with a mix of stocks and bonds, leveraging Social Security benefits, and setting realistic savings targets. By following these strategies, individuals can safeguard their golden years and enjoy the fruits of their labor, free from the erosion of inflation. Stay informed and don't panic. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, let's dive into the world of technology, where NVIDIA has made substantial investments in AI infrastructure. including a $3 billion bet on power infrastructure developer Lancium and a budding partnership with SpaceX. This move underscores NVIDIA's commitment to supporting the growth of AI and its determination to stay ahead of the curve. The investment in Lancium is expected to help expand the company's operations and potentially pave the way for an initial public offering as early as 2025. In another article, we examine the valuation concerns surrounding AMD, with the company's stock price appearing to be overvalued due to its high P/E ratio compared to its competitor, NVIDIA. While some analysts argue that AMD's valuation is justified due to its potential for long-term growth, others are cautioning investors to exercise vigilance when considering AMD as a potential investment opportunity. Lastly, we turned our attention to the global stage, where a recent escalation in Yemen has brought the nation's tumultuous landscape back into focus. The conflict serves as a stark reminder of the importance of empathy, critical thinking, and skepticism in navigating the intricate web of global politics. As we move forward, it is essential to advocate for a path that balances the need for security with the imperative of protecting human life and fostering a culture of peace. These stories remind us that, whether in the realm of technology or global conflict, our actions have profound consequences, and it's crucial to maintain a balanced perspective and consider multiple viewpoints. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Speaking to you from the world of sports, where the drama of athletic competition never ceases to amaze us. Firstly, we've got a shocking transfer saga unfolding in the football world, with Manchester City breaking the British transfer record to sign Elliot Anderson for £116 million, and now reportedly selling Rodri to Barcelona. This move has sent shockwaves throughout the football community, with many wondering how Rodri will fit into Xavi's system at the Camp Nou. In other news, the sports world is mourning the loss of baseball legend Tommy John, who passed away at the age of 77. John's remarkable career spanned over 4 decades, and he inspired generations of players with his determination and perseverance. His influence extends far beyond his playing career, with the Tommy John surgery becoming a staple in modern sports medicine. Lastly, we've got an update from the world of professional football, where Jamal Adams, the veteran safety attempting to resurrect his career with the Minnesota Vikings, has suffered a season-ending knee injury during a preseason game. This setback raises questions about the Vikings' defensive strategy and depth, and attention is shifting towards free agent safety, Harrison Smith, who may potentially reunite with the team. These stories highlight the unpredictable nature of sports, where injuries, transfers, and unexpected twists can define a team's season or an athlete's career. As we watch these situations unfold, one thing is certain: the drama of athletic competition will continue to captivate us, with all its highs and lows. Tell it like it is. Sports are full of surprises, and today's news is just another reminder of that, ladies and gentlemen. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we travel to St. Louis, Senegal, where the centuries-old tradition of pirogue racing is alive and well. This vibrant festival brings together skilled rowers and huge crowds, celebrating local culture and heritage. Despite its popularity, competitors are not paid, and many are calling for greater recognition and support for this beloved sport. Next, we head to Zambia, where the country is holding its breath as the presidential vote count continues. Incumbent President Hakainde Hichilema is taking a significant lead, but it remains to be seen whether his economic gains will secure him a second term in office. The election is a crucial test of the country's democratic institutions, and the international community is watching closely. Finally, we visit a small Mexican town that was devastated by an earthquake, where an extraordinary story of community resilience has emerged. Indigenous families, technicians, and volunteers came together to build 100 adobe homes using local materials, preserving traditional architecture and withstanding subsequent tremors. This inspiring story highlights the importance of preserving local traditions and the value of community-led initiatives in rebuilding and strengthening rural areas. These stories remind us that even in the face of adversity, the human spirit can overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges, and that the wisdom of traditional practices can inform innovative solutions for a more resilient future. Join us as we delve deeper into these remarkable stories and explore the extraordinary aspects of ordinary life around the world. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Good morning, everyone. Can we talk about the latest news in the entertainment industry? It's been a tough week, folks. We're mourning the loss of three incredible talents. First, Tyler Duckworth, a two-time winner of MTV's The Challenge, passed away at just 38 years old. His fellow contestants and friends are sharing heartfelt tributes on social media, remembering his vibrant energy and dedication to the show. We're also celebrating the life and legacy of Jean-Louis, the French designer behind some of Hollywood's most iconic moments. From Marilyn Monroe to Elizabeth Taylor, his designs continue to influence red carpet fashion today. And if you're interested in learning more about this legend, be sure to check out the new book Jean Hollywood's Bombshell Designer. Sadly, we're also saying goodbye to beloved actress Hayden Panettiere, who passed away at just 33 years old. She was known for her roles in Heroes and the Scream franchise, and had recently published a candid memoir about her life and struggles. Our thoughts are with her family, friends, and fans during this difficult time. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, a recent study reveals the devastating consequences of logging on Australia's large old trees, emphasizing the need for sustainable forest management practices to preserve these crucial ecosystems. Secondly, in a landmark judgment, South Africa's Constitutional Court has prevented Shell and Impact Africa from exploring for fossil fuels off the country's wild coast, showcasing the power of community-led activism in protecting the environment. Lastly, we're taking a look at how celebrities are using their platforms to promote self-acceptance and body positivity during the summer season, inspiring fans to embrace their individuality and prioritize self-love. Tune in for more in-depth discussions on these topics, and stay informed about the latest developments in conservation, environmental law, and entertainment news. And that completes our morning podcast. For today, thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.